In other school districts were ordered in 1970 to dismantle their dual school systems for the fall. In order to sort of, I think, buck up local community leaders who might have been nervous about what was going to happen, the governor created a body called the South Carolina Educational Advisory Committee. 15 prominent citizens, chaired by Robert L. Davis of the R.L. Bryan Company. They worked effectively with business and community leaders in making transitions from what was a dual school system to a unitary school system. Other Southern governors bellowed defiance at the federal courts. In fact, 4 Southern governors held a meeting in Alabama in February 1970 to talk about further action to deter the federal government. And they made a point of letting it be known that Bob McNair was not invited. Don't think he missed the invitation. Now, all of this for a young man who grew up in Berkeley County, a farm boy as he described himself, who had grown up in a segregated world, who'd been a part of that society, but who had decided that we're a people, we are one. But he's the governor of a deep South state. South Carolina's lumped with Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. This drew national attention. The political cartoonist Eugene Payne drew a sketch entitled "The Open Door." And of course, this has lots of symbols in the South. You've got George Wallace standing in the schoolhouse door. But this cartoon shows an old-fashioned schoolhouse door with glass panes. We had them all going into the classroom, but it's labeled South Carolina Public Schools. And underneath that door is a doorstop, keeping the door open, and that doorstop is labeled McNair. This was published in national publications. Payne was a syndicated political cartoonist around the country. ABC newsman Howard K. Smith reported, "With emotion at a peak over school integration in the South, McNair said things that took courage to say. Stop defiance, accept the law, comply." And he said, "A politician is a man who takes steps that will make him look good in the next election, 1 or 2 years hence. A statesman is a man who has the courage to sacrifice the short view to make history say that is what all our leaders should have done." Now, in looking at Bob McNair, Dr. Carter referred to a choice made. And when I was given the honor of helping to induct Governor McNair into the South Carolina Hall of Fame, I quoted the great American poet Robert Frost. He wrote a powerful poem that concludes with the following lines: "I should be telling this with a sigh somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in the woods, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." As governor of South Carolina, Robert Evander McNair stood at the crossroads of history. He could have taken the well-worn, the well-traveled road that looked to the past, that followed the voices of division and hate, that was determined to hold back a large portion of our fellow citizens. And in the final analysis, he knew that would hold our state back as well. So rather than take the popular road in many parts of our country, instead, he chose the road of moderation, a path had described in the spring of a path, which urged Carolinians to steer a course of reason and judgment through the present storms of extremism and polarization. It was the road to the future, a road that all South Carolinians could use. In the poem, the narrator is remembering a choice he made and glad he made that choice. Alas for us, Bob McNair is not with us anymore to recall the choice he made to take the road less traveled. But we are. And because Robert Evander McNair made that difficult choice, he shaped the future of our state, and that, ladies and gentlemen, has made all the difference. Thank you very much.